The college baseball regular season is over, but now the fun begins. All the major conference tournaments get started tomorrow and run through the weekend. Then the NCAA selection show 1 week from today. So here's our Sports2Nite NCAA Baseball Power Rankings look at the end of the season. Number 10, Texas. The Longhorns make an appearance in our poll for the first time this season after a series sweep of TCU led to their first outright Big 12 title since 2010. Cody Clemens hit a walk-off home run in Game 2, his 19th homer of the season, to give Texas the series win. Then they finished off their first sweep of TCU since 1997 on Saturday. Number 9, Southern Miss. The Golden Eagles back in the power rankings after a sweep of Marshall to wrap up the Conference USA title by 3 games. Southern Miss had its 10-game conference win streak snapped 2 weeks ago, but still was unchallenged all year in CUSA. Number 8, NC State. The ACC is quite deep this year, and the Wolfpack emerged through the talented field to finish as the 3 seed in the conference. Now, despite a series loss to Florida State to close the season, NC State finished with a 40-14 mark that included series wins over Duke and Clemson. At number 7, Georgia. Another new entrant into our power rankings after the Bulldogs won a series against Arkansas on back-to-back walk-off wins. That series win wrapped up the number 3 seed in the SEC tournament, undoubtedly the toughest conference in college baseball. Number 6, Clemson. Now, it's a heavy dose of SEC and ACC teams representing in the top 10 this week. The Tigers finished tied with North Carolina for the best record in the ACC. They'll be the 2 seed in the conference tournament. Clemson enters having won 9 of its last 10 games. Number 5, North Carolina. The Tar Heels slip in at 1 spot above Clemson because they did grab the 1 seed thanks to a tiebreaker. 2 teams didn't play each other, but UNC's record against a common opponent was better. And outside of a series loss to Duke, the Tar Heels swept their last 3 conference series. Number 4, Ole Miss. The Rebels won the SEC West after a series win over Alabama and a program record 42 wins in the regular season. A lock to be a top 8 national seed bodes well for the Rebels. They have a 28-4 home record this year. Ole Miss also leads the SEC with a team batting average over 300 and has the most hits in the league. At number 3, Stanford. The Pac-12 doesn't have a conference tournament, so actually there's still a week left in the season out west. Despite losing a series to Oregon State, the Cardinals still has a 2-game lead with just 3 games left. Now, Stanford does have the most wins in baseball, but a road series at a Washington team that's 3rd in the Pac-12 will certainly challenge the Cardinal. Number 2, Oregon State. The Beavers stay in the number 2 spot on the strength of that series win against Stanford from 2 weekends ago. Plus, if not for that tie and a getaway day game against Washington State, the Beavers very well would be tied with Stanford for the best record in the nation and just a game back into conference. But conference champ or not, no one has come close to matching Oregon State's firepower. They lead the Pac-12 in 10 offensive categories. And number 1, Florida. No change all year. The champs stay on top until they lose in the postseason. Yeah, the Gators, they did get swept last week at Mississippi State. They weren't really playing for anything, and the Bulldogs needed the series more. They're balanced across the board and have one of the deepest pitching rotations in the country, a perfect recipe for another title. And that's our Sports2Nite NCAA Baseball Power Rankings. Talk to you next Monday after the NCAA tournament field is set.
Tonight's NCAA Baseball Power Rankings are brought to you by IHOP, King's Hawaiian French Toast Combos, starting at only $4.99. You're watching Sports2Nite, San Antonio's only nightly 30-minute sportscast with exclusive sports coverage you won't find anywhere else.